Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Why would this even be a decision that would put us in a route? I personally don't think it's going to. But what I do know about these games is you kind of got to devote yourself to a single person, usually 99% of the time, in order to get to their route, even thinking about them. So, I don't know about this decision. It could mean nothing, it could mean something. But it's probably best to get the whole which route are we doing thing out of the way so we don't have to do it later. Now, as for the route we're doing, well, so I looked at all your comments, and it was a 17-17 split between these two. That doesn't help me any. So you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do both of them. But who are we gonna do first? Bam! I made the executive decision, and now I know what you're thinking. But Saya's like the best, cutest character in the world, and I love her. But I feel like we can't just back down on this letter thing, alright? I need closure. Who knows? Maybe we'll get closure later down the line, but even before her route starts, and I'll be like, alright, let's switch it on back. But who knows? Alright? For a brief moment, Akari's face popped into my head. I guess it couldn't be helped after I accidentally touched her breasts like I did today. There was nothing accidental about that. They were so soft. That face doesn't look like a face of someone who's enjoying this. But then again, I knew that compared to guys, the female body was softer, but that was on an entirely different level. You were literally fondling her giant, like, double D breasts. What? Just thinking about it gave me a strange, fuzzy feeling inside. Ah! Wait, what was I thinking? This is all Miss Maharu's fault for giving me these stupid condoms. I'm gonna use these condoms on a fucking... I shook my head to get rid of these strange thoughts. Oh, fuck. No, it's nothing! Oh, Lord. She said she was spending the New Year's holiday here, then leaving right after. I guess that means she'll be here for most of winter break. Ooh, Takaji made a sound that I wasn't sure was interest or indifference. And she's gonna come back one day, eventually, maybe, who knows. Probably. So, one of the girls from the club, Noriko, goes to school with Akari. She said Akari is normally quiet and doesn't talk much. Can you actually believe that, man? I think we're talking... It's really weird. I knew Takaji wouldn't be able to believe it either. She was so surprised when she saw how Akari acted around me and Saya. Apparently Akari doesn't have any close friends over there. She just doesn't talk. I guess, because we were her only friends. No, well... Not only, but, like, her bestest friends. There we go. What? Really? But she had, like, lots of friends. She had always seemed cheerful and the center of attention in class to me. Maybe. Thinking about it, I suppose he was right. Yeah, we've been like 3 peas in a pod, I suppose. I feel like you're calling me an oddball or something. I don't know if I like it, buddy. Rather than being dead, I guess. Not the most satisfactory conclusion. But when I thought about it, I didn't know what kind of person Akari was before she began looking at the stars with us. By the time we became friends, she was already stargazing. After that, we'd go together almost every clear night there was. What had Akari done to pass the time before that? How had she satisfied her curiosity and her need to always be doing something? We'll find
送別会とかやらねえの?
Oh, probably, maybe? Yeah, with the Six Stars Club. You want to come? Oh, look, your sister's gonna be there. and not, and that bitch, Naru. Yeah, that one. Well, if you want to come, let me know. Anybody who was at our stargazing event is definitely welcome to show up.
Oh.
He got, like, destroyed when he found out she had a boyfriend. Ooh. He's probably still suffering from his ordeal with Naru. Taigaji's mood took a sudden turn for the worse, so I tried to console him for a bit before we finally hung up the phone. I guess I better dry my hair and get to sleep. After sleeping at school for so long, I can't remember the last time I had a futon! I have a bed to sleep on. I was thinking about how great it was going to be so as I checked my messages on my phone. Hello? I really need to speak with you. Can we talk? Dear Saya, are you feeling better yet? Please talk to me. We'll go out and I'll buy you some pancakes. Oh, come on. That's gotta get her. She's read them all. Oh, come on. Don't be so salty at me. The messages got marked read almost right after I sent them, but she never responds. Ugh, I hate that. I guess she's more angry than I expected. I let out a few more sighs as I finished blow-drying my hair. Fucking super. She's super salty about the whole, Comico and, well, everything. Today was Hikari's farewell party. Oh, Jesus. I'd been working hard at my job since that morning. Saya kept glaring at me from the cafe corner of the convenience stores I worked. I took out my phone. Can you forgive me yet? Saya read the message I sent, but... Wow! She just me. She spun around to face out the window and sipped her coffee. What's the big deal anyway? All I did was exchange messages with an office lady in the city. God. Was it really so bad for a young guy from the countryside to indulge in a fantasy? It's not like we had some kind of indecent relationship or anything, even though she did show me a picture of her boobs, which were actually Hikari's dad's. God damn it, stop. If Saya saw that picture, she'd probably never speak to me again. It didn't matter whose cleavage it was. It could be some office ladies, Hikari's, or even Hikari's dad, for that matter. She'd ignore any explanation I gave. Oh! Saya saw somebody outside and gave a little wave. How dare you miss the train! Yeah, and she's still salty at me. Saya was always so polite. She'd been sitting there drinking her coffee for the last 30 minutes. She really was a nice girl. Though that was probably just because it let her sit, sit there and kill time by giving me the stink eye for so long. Hi. Welcome to stopping by. What do you want?
なになにその冷めた態度
Listen, I gotta act this way at work, okay? I was still mad at her for stealing that letter the other day. Yeah, exactly. I'm getting that letter. Whether I gotta pry it from your cold, dead boobies. Sensing my mood, she came over and whispered in my ear.
機嫌直してよその分おっぱい揉めたんだし
Oh, why would... Thank God you didn't say that out loud, because it had been over. What?! That is not what happened! It totally is what happened, though.
アキトってむっつりだよね。
Dude, I reached in. No, here's what I want. I wanted to just reach in there and grab it. He literally like cupped her boobs and was like, yeah. Oh, this feels nice. Kari was enjoying herself too much as she picked up a bottle of mineral water and a rice ball. I'm racking up the price on these.
あと豚まん一つください。
No, racking up this price. That'll be 534 yen. I took her money and handed back her change.
さあや半分こしよ
I want the other half.
う。お昼食べられなくなっちゃうよ。
But I mean, it is a pretty big pork bun.
平気平気。豚まんは別腹だから。
Kind of like ice cream. I guess Hikari hadn't eaten breakfast that morning. Hikari and Sai had plans to go hang out in Harbor Town. Harbor Town? They were both excited about having a girls' date. If the farewell party was after that.
早乙女の豚まんもこれが食べ納めかも。寂しいな。
You think the story's gonna take place after she comes back? Probably. That's what I'm gonna assume.
帰ってきたらまた食べに来ればいいじゃない。おっちゃんが引退してなきゃいいけど。
The store owner's husband was the one who made the pork buns. He worked at the factory down near the ocean. Making pork buns was just a hobby of his. He was getting older though and was thinking of retiring. There was no telling when Stop and Buy's famous pork buns would no longer be around.
大
Oh.
丈夫だよ。娘さんの婿養子が後を継いでくれるから。
Hey! I am... Ugh.
そうなの、アキト。
I don't know how to make pork buns. I'm just helping him. It was true that I was helping with the pork buns as a thank you for renting me the room so cheap, but it wasn't like they expected me to take over the store. At least I didn't think so. Oh, I bet you that's how it is in Maharu's route, which, by the way, still no fan disc translation. Ugh.
そろそろバス来るよ。
Jesus Christ, settle down. You're gonna choke on your pork buns. Hikari bit into the half of her pork bone with gusto. Saya finished hers and stood up to put her coat on. Ah, when she did, something fell out of her pocket. Oh. Hey, Saya, you dropped something.
やばい、バス来た。さや、急ごう。
Oh, is she just gonna drag her out without even...
待ってよ。
Okay, bye. The bus was pulling into the roundabout as the two hurried out of the store. Those two sure can be nosy. Or nosy. Well, they can. I mean, noisy, but it's mostly Hikari being the noisy one. Saya's kind of just the quiet one that kind of gets wrapped up in our bullshit. I went over and picked up the object that Saya had dropped. I thought it might have been her wallet, but... Question mark! Exclamation mark! Whoa! This is a letter. There was no mistaking it. That was the bunny sticker. What the shit? But why does Saya have it? What the shit happened? What the shit is happening? I was positive I saw it fall out of Saya's coat. This was definitely the same letter that Hikari had swiped from me. There was no... There was one thing that was different about it, though. It was open. The bunny sticker was torn. And it was then that the shop owner came out of the back.
ソラミック、休憩してきていいわよ。
What the shit is the letter still in there? Can I actually reach in there and like read it? Yes, ma'am. I put on the air of nonchalance as I slipped the letter into my apron's pocket and went on my break. When I got to my room upstairs, I took out the letter and stared at it. Hikari, you think a little squeeze of your breast is gonna make up for having to listen to Miss Maharu lecture me for like an hour? Besides, I hadn't done it with that intention anyway, but it eventually turned into that intention. And now, if she'd let me really get in there and take my time, that'd be a different story. But I wasn't about to make that demand of her anyway. She'd label me as a pervert for the rest of my life, I was sure. She'd totally let you. Which meant... I'll have to read this instead! I opened the envelope. Inside was a single sheet of girly-looking stationery. It really looked like a stereotypical love letter. I had never imagined Hikari as being the kind of girl to have such cute stationery before. What it? Hold on. Hold on. Here's a weird thought. What if the letter wasn't actually from Hikari, as crazy as it sounds? What if it was from Saya and Hikari was just giving it to us? Because it wouldn't make sense based on timelines and, you know, the happenings and the Glavins, but who knows? Who knows? I swallowed in anticipation. For 4 years I haven't been able to read or even throw away this letter. Now, here it was in my hands, like those breasts from the other day. It was finally time to read it. My hands began to shake with nervousness. Just read the fucking thing! For a brief instant I hesitated. But Hikari would be leaving Japan in a few days, and there was a slim chance I could go forever without knowing the truth of that day. Oh.
飽きちゃった。星とか見るのもう飽きちゃったんだ。だからもういいやって。ノートももう完成してるし、あとはさやと2人でやりなよ。
I mean, what I said could totally be right, even in this context. Maybe that's why she was doing it, because she was like, oh, Saya likes you. Well, guess I'm leaving.
じゃあね。
I guess I'll see you later. Like, I unfolded the letter. For a child, the handwriting certainly looked careful and neat. Alright. I know this is sudden, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I wanted to know how you feel. That is why I am writing this letter. I have liked you for a long time now. Please go out with me. I'll be waiting in our usual spot on the bridge tomorrow. I would really like to hear your answer. It was actually a real love letter. I'd expected an explanation about the truth of that day, but it was completely unrelated. A completely different truth. One that I had never expected was written there at the bottom of the letter. Yup! God damn! I'm still good at video games! Oh boy, what does this mean? What have I done? What have I done? Now I have to go down Saya's path, right? Jesus Christ. Alright. Saya Amanagawa. Saya was the one who wrote this letter? But Hikari is the one who gave it to me. What is... Saya had written it and Hikari had given it to me. There was nothing strange about that. It was completely normal for a best friend to deliver a love letter in your place. Which meant... Yeah, fuck! Saya liked me? Yo, no fucking shit! God damn it, I have to go down her path now. I'm going back. I'm going on back. No, I don't even care. Remember how I said Hikari's first? We ain't doing that. Saya's first. I don't even care. I'm making no givesies backsies. I've returned and I've rectified my decision. It still probably doesn't mean anything, but I'm covering all my bases. All right. So we're doing Saya's route now, and that letter closed it out. All changed everything. Saya liked me? Oh, I never expected anything like this. My mind went completely blank.
海の向こうへ旅立つ我らが同志ほうき星ひかりさんの前途を祝して
Like how I fucking actually cut just to go back, make the other decision, which totally doesn't mean anything, I'm sure. It's just, oh my god.
乾杯!
Oh my god. We all raised our juice-filled paper cups and toast.
いやいや、どうもどうも。
Juice. I love juice.
ひかりさんがいなくなると、 寂しくなります。
Oh, don't start. Let's not get sad. Let's a happy farewell thing.
短い間だったけど一緒に部活できて楽しかったよ。
南半球の星座が見られるなんて羨ましいです。
He's just like, I'm jealous of you.
行かないでよピカリン。
Oh, she'll be back.
ごめんねコロナ。その名前で呼んだこと許してあげるから私のことも許してよ。
I feel like those are two totally separate, bigger things.
やだ、チョップしていいから行かないで。
I don't care. Yeah. Corona threw her arms around Akari, who hugged her back and gave her a reassuring pat on the head.
サヤと仲良くするんだよ。サヤをお姉ちゃんだと思って。やだ、絶対やだ。いいだ。
Damn. Alright. Fuck Sai, I guess.
こいつめ。ひかりさん、星の一生に比べるとあまりにも一瞬でしたが、共に活動できて本当に楽しかったわ。白鳥さん。
Oh,
けれど私たちはこれで終わりじゃない。
definitely not. She's coming back, right? Okay.
ムツラ星の隊海外支部としての活躍に期待しているわ。任せてください。
Akari gave a salute.
南十字星に南の空の星座たち。
And the southern,
幻の鳳凰座流星群も見れちゃうかも。
the southern. Oh, why did I knew she fucking said more. Why did I even click? God damn it. Why do I do this to myself all the time?
写真頼むよ。こないだ星の撮り方教えてやったでしょ。
I'll get Naru.
はい、撮れたら送るんでムツラ星のブログに載せてくださいね。
I feel like Akari should have access to the blog so we all. You know, I feel like we all should have access to the blog so we can upload shit.
どんどんちょうだい。
Alright.
サイトが賑やかになりますね。
I hope so.
ムツラ星の会の活動がよりグローバルになるわね。
Technically. Oh boy. So I look up the sky in my dreams. You can't see the entire night sky from one place. There are so many other stars that can only be seen from the northern hemisphere, and just as many that can only be seen from the southern. Apparently, the Southern Cross is just barely visible if you go to Okinawa. There we go. What the shit? I know that one too, but it doesn't ever make it far above the horizon. If you want to really see it, you have to go somewhere in the southern hemisphere. Though I've heard that the real thing is actually pretty small, and you'll be disappointed if you're expecting something amazing. Just disappoint yourself in your head. Today was Akari's farewell party, but it was also a kind of post-party for the Stargaze meetup the other day. All 6 Stars Club members were there, but there were a lot of guests from the meetup as well. Even Taiguchi, who'd gotten his heart broken by Naru, came to help give Akari a nice send-off.
飲み物足んないね。
Wasn't like Naru like a big old bitch to him though? Like wasn't she like, if you're not part of the 6 Stars Club, I don't give a fuck about you. And it was like, wow, alright, settle down.
そうですね。コンビニで買ってきましょうか。
Oh god.
あ、俺行きます。
Yay, Taiguchi being useful. Until then, Taiguchi had been looking a little uncomfortable. He jumped at this, however. He didn't really have an interest in astronomy and couldn't keep up with the conversation. He probably just wanted an excuse to get some fresh air.
私行くよ。コンビニに用事あるし。
Wait, are we going together? Are they going together? Or is she just saying, I'll go. Fuck you. Taiguchi stumbled over his words for a moment. He'd been trying to avoid Naru the whole night.
じゃあ2人で行っといでよ。タケは荷物持ちってことで。
Oh god. That'll be awkward. Awkward! Hikari, you can't play Cupid when she already has a boyfriend.
荷物持ちならうちの一連がいるけど。
いや、俺行きます。俺もコンビニに用事あるんで。
I'm sure I could get my boyfriend to do it.
じゃあよろしく。
Okay, bye. Should I go too?
あんたはいいの。
Okay, I'll just... Hikari grabbed my arm and stopped me from leaving. What What are you doing?
空気読みなさい。
No. What? I thought that was exactly what I've been doing. That's why I offered to go, but I'm a derp. I whispered my protestation in Hikari's ear. Takechi's gonna feel awkward with just the two of them.
そんなことないわよ。よく見てみなさい。タケの顔。
Alright, hold on. If I turn around, he doesn't have a good face. Takechi didn't look annoyed at all by the turn of events as he followed Naru at the door.
ジンノさん、確かにあの後輩くんと仲いいけど、付き合ってるとかじゃなさそうなんだよね。
Oh fuck, I thought they were. What is this false information? This is fake news.
まだあれ、脈あるわよ。
Ah, maybe. I don't know anymore. You think so? I wasn't completely convinced, but I also hadn't been paying attention closely, so I couldn't be sure.
それより、壁んとこでサヤが寂しそうにしてるよ。
Oh, come here, Saya. Come here. You're the new waifu. Oh, you're right. Saya doesn't do well in these kind of events. She's pretty shy around strangers. She got here a little late, and she's still not that close with the other members.
Saya!
Ah! Guard dragged me by the arm over to where Saya was standing. Oh, she's still kind of salty at me. Hey! Hikari! Ah! Uh-oh.
飲んでる？うん、飲んでるよ、ウーロン茶。
I got the tea.
ねえ、サヤ、アキトのことそろそろ許してやってよ。
Yeah, forgive me.
OL のふりしてた私も悪いんだからさ。
If anything, you should be mad at her for destroying my little heart.
うん。
That wasn't convincing. Saya seemed to be studying my face.
それにさ、あんたたちが喧嘩したままじゃ心配で日本を離れられないよ。
It's not even a fight, it's just her being salty.
だからね。うん、わかった。でも今回だけだよ、アキトくん。
What do you mean last chance? Have I had multiple chances? Right.
どうしたの、アキト。なんか顔赤いよ。
Well, you know that letter? Just start talking about it. It's nothing. Leave me alone! I can't fucking say leave me alone without fucking thinking of that goddamn Hearthstone card. I casually shook off Kari's grip on my arm and turned away from Saya. I couldn't look her in the eyes right now. It was all because I'd read that letter earlier. I've liked you for a long time now. Please go out with me. And we didn't even show up on the bridge, and it crushed her little heart. I glanced towards Saya out of the corner of my eye. Saya had her head tilted to the side and was looking back at me confused. Oh, I couldn't take that cute stare of hers and couldn't help but look away. Then... Oh... Saya sort of deflated. Sorry, I'm sorry, okay? I'm not sure what's wrong, but I didn't mean to make you feel down, okay? You're just a cute little sweetheart, okay?
だってアキトくん怒ってるもん。
Ugh, that's what my girlfriend says to me every day.
OL さんと仲良くしてたくらいで私が冷たい態度取ったりしたから。
Oh god, we're gonna have sit down. Big ol' sit down.
だから呆れちゃったんでしょ。
Okay, now you're just reaching drastic conclusions that... Oh, Jesus.
そうなの？
No, no! Oh my god. No, of course not.
じゃあなんでサヤをいじめるか。
I'm not teasing her!
だったらいつもみたいにサヤにいい子いい子してあげなさい。
Okay, I suppose I can do that. What? Here, shh. Ruffle her hair. I guess that since I was acting so weird around her, she thought that I didn't want to pat her on the head anymore or something. That's not a... Oh my god, she's giving me the pleading eyes. The look in Saya's eyes as she looked at me was extremely sad. I raised a trembling hand and gave Saya a pat on the head. Her hair was even softer and silkier than I remember. This pat doesn't feel right. Saya's face slowly softened and I could almost hear her mood change. She reminded me a bit of Kataru. Well, they've spent a lot of time together. Is that better? You good?
いい？満足した。
Okay, since problem solved.
満足したって。
I heard. What are you, her translator? Get out of here.
サヤの保護者？
Well, yeah. That's cute coming from you. I always thought Saya was the one who looked after Akari. Well, there's a difference. Saya looks after Akari, not a bodyguard. Saya would not be a good bodyguard. What the shit just happened over there? Noriko's voice suddenly erupted from the other side of the room. We have cheesecake? Bruh, cheesecake's amazing. She was literally trembling in amazement. She was usually pretty quiet, but from time to time, her reactions could be a little over the top.
今日のパーティーのために北海道から取り寄せましたの。さあ、皆さんも召し上がれ。
Oh, this is that rich people cheesecake too! Everyone started swarming around the amazingly delicious cheesecake. Apparently it had a fancy name like Fromage or something like that. Dude, I want some of that cheesecake. You don't have to panic. I'm sure there's plenty for everyone. And she's already gone, isn't she? We weren't going to eat it all before the guest of honor had gotten to have some, right? Saya gave me one last questioning glance before she hurried off after Akari. I knew things were gonna feel weird. So I look up the chandelier. Or the lights, not even chandelier. When Saya was standing in front of me, I couldn't help but think of the letter. No matter how much I tried to act naturally, there was no hiding it from a longtime friend. It's times like these that childhood friends are a pain in my ass. I muttered under my breath as I went to get a piece of cheesecake for myself. Get that fucking cheesecake. Oh, I could go for some cheesecake. Cheesecake's amazing. You know what's not amazing? Carrot cake. Ugh.
それでは皆様、縁も竹縄ですが、そろそろお開きの時間ですわ。
Everybody lets out a disgruntled groan. Ugh. Orihime nodded in satisfaction at everyone's response. It was almost like they had an unspoken agreement.
名残惜しいけれど、日は昇り、また沈みゆくもの。天体の運行を止めることは誰にもできません。最後に、ひかりさんから別れの挨拶をいただきたいと思います。
God, I love how the poetic Orihime could be sometimes. Karen was stuffing leftover cheesecake into her face, as was her right, but she froze at her name. She moved it to the front with plate and fork still on. Hold on.
ビシッと決めてよね。ほうき星さん、ファイト。ピカリン。ちょっと待ってね。
Hold on. Gotta finish this cheesecake, so good.
ひかり、後にしなよ。
You can finish it literally after the speech. Saya looked a bit embarrassed as she stepped forward to take Kari's plate and fork.
いやいや、どうもどうも、ほうき星ひかりです。
We fucking know who you are. God damn it.
知ってます。
Hanukkah poked back at Akari's little joke, earning a little chuckle from everybody. Was it like a hee you know? Akari scratched her head, embarrassed to be up in front of everyone.
私は子供の頃に天体観測の楽しさを知ってけどそれからいろいろあってしばらくあまり星を見てませんでした。そんな私が ひょんなことからムツラ星の会と出会い、おかげでまた星を見ることができました。い
I was the unexpected. No,
やー、やっぱいいですね、星。
Orihime was nodding her head enthusiastically, a big smile on her face.
一人で見る星はちょっと寂しいけれど、みんなで見る星は賑やかで楽しかった。私は遠く南の国へ行ってしまいますが、でも心はこの星の中に置いていきます。あっちに行っても一緒に空を見上げましょう。
Ah! Hikari did a couple mock bows as everyone applauded her speech.
また帰ってくるんだよね。
She said she'd be back.
うん、そのつもりだよ。
I mean, plans can in fact change, but you never know, right?
お待ちしてますね。それまでムツラ星の会を我々で守っていきますから。
We'll keep your seat warm for you.
ひかりさんたちはムツラ星の未来を担っていく次の世代、期待してるわ。
はい。
Well, by the time Hikari gets back, Orihime will have graduated and moved on. Naru, Noriko, and Kaisuke were second years, so they'll have retired from the club as well. The only ones left of the current Six Stars Club would be the current first years like Hanuka, Saya, and myself. It was a bit sad to consider, but she would most certainly add something to the group again when she came back. That was the kind of person she was.
みんな本当にありがとう。
With one final magnificent applause, the farewell party came to a close. Oh, it's just afterwards.
それじゃあほうき星さん、向こうに行っても元気でね。
Oh, the sadness. It's already starting.
のりちゃん先輩も元気でね。
But again, she's gonna be back. It'll be fine. Everyone stopped by to say their last few words or shake Hikari's hand as they headed home.
楽しかった。送別会ってしんみりしてて苦手だったけど、今日のは全然そんなことなかったね。
It only had a hint of sadness at the end. A hint. They're only boring when the person getting the send-off is boring, you know.
なーにょ
Oh my god, what the shit just happened? Did she like enter my body using her soul powers? Hikari was still in high spirits from the party and lunged to grab me, but I jumped out the way and ran off.
素早いやつ。
What's the matter? All that cake slowing you down? And those big boobs?
女の子になんてこと言うの？デリカシーなさすぎでしょ、かな。
Hikari let out a burst of speed as she chased after me. You're about to be wrecked. I managed to get away, though.
転ぶよ。
So I just watched the scene with a grin on her face.
捕まえた。
Uh-oh. It's over. Wow, I don't think so! I just barely slipped past Hikari's grasp and ran behind Saya to use her as a shield. Ah! Rip Saya, it's over.
おりゃ
Nope, nope, you gotta go through Saya. Oh no. Whoa! Oh. Hikari ended up running straight into Saya, wrapping her arms around her. She just oofed.
さやいい匂い。ほんのり甘い香りがする。
Okay, that's creepy. Don't do that.
やだ、匂い嗅がないで。
I mean, when you're when your face is right up on her, of course you're gonna smell. Saya pushed Hikari away.
やないか、やないか。
Hikari tried to go in for another sniff, but Saya threw her out her hands to keep her away.
も
I only want Akito to sniff.
う。さやたんかわゆいの。こんなかわゆい子を日本に残していくなんてちょっと心配だな。
It'll be totally fine. She'll have me. We working for that. Hikari said this in a tone that made it sound a little
いっ
rehearsed.
そ、あんたたち二人が付き合ってくれれば安心なんだけど。
Well, you'll just have to wait and see when you get back.
ちょっと
Knock it off! Whoa!
秋田くん
You shouldn't just blurt out whatever comes to mind without thinking about it first.
ごめん。でもなんでおばちゃん口調？
Damn, we sounded like super salty because of the letter. Jeez, you should really work on that. I could feel my face getting hot, so I had to turn away as I said this. Hikari and Saya both looked at me like I was acting strangely. This was bad. I felt like I was revealing more than I wanted to. I think I'll just wait here and go home with Taikechi and the others.
なんでよ。
Damn, just... Oh, I just figured you two still had some things you wanted to talk about alone.
朝のうちにだいたい済ませたよ。
See, most of that. It implies you didn't do all of it. What is taking Taikechi and the others so long? Even I could tell that I wasn't fooling anybody with my terrible acting. I knew that was the case, but I was doing the best I could, considering the pressure I was under.
行こう光
でも
So I grabbed her arm and led her away from me.
じゃあね。また連絡するから。
Alright, I'll see you later.
またねバイバイ
Goodbye. Be careful on your way home. I stayed behind to wait for Taikechi as they got on the bus to head home. I feel so uncool right now. I'm a loser. When they were out of sight, I let out another quiet sigh. Ever since I read that letter, I'd been unable to control my feelings. I hadn't had enough time to prepare myself before seeing Hikari and Saya again at the party. And this was the result. Us being a loser. I'll have to tell Hikari the truth later. I decided to wait until I knew the two of them were no longer together before sending a message. After thinking it over, I started wondering what was taking Taikechi so long. Oh, I'm pretty sure we know. Hikari had told him to stay behind and help Naru and the others clean up after the party. He'd complained, but he had done what she said in the end. I guess I'll go lend a hand too. I needed to do something to take my mind off the situation at hand anyway, so I made my way back inside. Like, oh god, why? Oh, am I working? Yeah, I'm working. Welcome. Oh man, you already know that Taikechi getting it now. I mean, how would you really react? You get a letter, and it's actually from a friend you've known forever, and they actually liked you, and now it's like a million years later, and it's just, I feel like I don't know if it'd really be awkward. It would just be, you know, information that they don't think you actually know. So, so you know, it's I don't know.